out one of his better ones. Then just the other three members of the team tonight, just great players. As I tried to connect back to the server because my game crashed. Jeez.
Is the STV Connect working? Either way, we've got really good game, as Manacute was saying. I think it's not just going to kind of set the tone for who's going to be the winning team, but it's also going to be showing like how stiff the competition is for some of these bubble playoffs teams, some of these teams that might be thinking they're making it into playoffs. It's going to be really tough for them if one of these teams comes out really dominant. It's going to kind of show everyone what the standard is for getting first place. And so maybe it'll be some motivation for some of those other teams.
Exactly. I was taking a look though, and like, man, there's motivation enough because, uh, these are the two highest win rate teams. Actually, yeah, taking a look, these are the two highest percentage of rounds won according to RGL for teams. Anglerfish at 81% rounds and Quake at 70. But even then, Quake actually they took a loss earlier in the season already to War Pigs, the Blindsfell and Peppa Pig team, which was a very surprising turn of events there. So, hey, that just goes to show. I think teams already might know that you know that these the contenders, they are not invincible. A little blood
Yeah.
in the water, definitely, maybe a little bit of motivation, but still, you look at the records and there's definitely just a falter. There's a lot of, there's especially for Quake as a move up team, comprising of 3 move ups. There's going to be a bit of an adjustment period where they really need to figure out, competition at like a higher level, playing against much higher caliber of teams and players, figuring out the small things. But of course, new blood, lots and lots of potential to grow here. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how they progress through the season.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Like you said, not invincible. The stronger they look, maybe that kind of works against you too, being a target like that, and then kind of makes it harder to right the ship when you start going down. Either way, I really do like the map Snakewater coming out for these teams. No one can cope and be like, if you think one of the team's going to win in the end, and it's on a funny map week 3, you can be like, whatever, the game doesn't matter. It's just a funny map. But Snakewater, no, there's no excuses to be had here. Gotta be good at this map, even if it's only week 1. But it's week 3 right now.
Exactly. There's no excuses. This is like this is one of the vanilla maps. Maybe not a process, but I definitely say 80% of the way there. This, I think. Oh, looks like we are going live. Never mind. That's a bait.
Classic.
Classic. I was gonna say this is definitely going to test their coordination on mids. Mids, I was thinking about it. This definitely going to be, well, as snake mids go, it's gonna the focus point is definitely gonna be around the soldier duos and how the teams are able to capitalize off the bombs here. Tristan, Kylo, Taz, Tiny, both. I'm not sure, but I don't think either of the soldier duos have played together before. Still, a lot of experience between Tristan and Kyler, and I've definitely seen a lot of good things from Taz and Tiny too this season. Taz, one of my personal favorites. Haha, no bias, but uh, I'm definitely excited to see just how these teams are gonna be tackling these mids because mids really important. Kind of determines the rest of the round, unless you are able to really make an effort as the team on the back foot.
Yeah, definitely. And now this is probably a pretty good time. I'm going to go through maybe players to watch out for, players that can carry their team or pick up when the slack is low. Funny enough, I have to say, in my opinion, you might disagree. For both teams, it's actually going to be the demo man, Yus and Denisovic. I feel like those are kind of the players that, if they have a super good game, might be enough to just push their team over, even if the other players have an off night.
That's definitely agree with Dennis. I think he's I think he's like kind of the center point of Anglerfish this season. That is, definitely the team I think definitely like tries to work around him, and he's rocking the quickies too, so he's just here to be like a freaking battle demo. Just get in and just start demolishing demolishing anyone that he can get his hands on. Use definitely I mean I played with Use, he's an amazing demo. There's a ton of potential for him to go off in a similar situation too, but to be honest, I mentioned earlier Taz, he's my favorite. I love that guy. He is a huge playmaker. He's the type that goes big or he just goes home, but when he goes big, he goes really big. The type of guy who like goes for those insane salvages and, you know, they
So,
work.
so he's an 0-20 or 20-0, no in between.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yep. So, we'll see. We'll see if he's forced to make salvages or maybe he's able to be more proactive and just come up with new and inventive plays to keep people on their toes. Uh,
That
go ahead.
was just gonna say, yeah, that would be amazing. Inventive plays. They still exist on Snakewater. I want to see a bomb, something, some new skip jump or something. I believe in Taz.
Is he a jumper main? I'm not sure. I think he's more of a shoot rockets well guy. Still, I do have one more mention I would like to put up. Sin on Medic, a super seasoned invite player. If you're not familiar, Froyo veteran. In the game sense, I haven't personally played with her. The game sense, the mechanics, the ability to shot call, it's all there, and it's amazing. So excited to see the surfs that
Yeah,
are going to be made, the arrows that are going to be shot. Hopefully, it's going to be quite a showing.
I agree with that. Can't underestimate the main calling. That can sometimes just make all the difference, especially doesn't matter what div you're in. Advanced is a really good, I feel like is maybe even more so than invite is an example of where a main caller can just completely take over a team and have even more impact. Not that it doesn't matter on the other divisions as well. Other
No,
things
yeah,
to mention about like the team dynamics. You kind of mentioned this already, but the scout partner duo is something that might play a critical role here. Great Mage and Golden are seasoned. They played together. I don't know if they played on this exact with combo and flank on these roles, but they played on the same team together. And like you said, the side of Quake Live has two new scout players to the advanced division. So that dynamic is going to have to be looked at. If the scout combo in Quake Live gets under some stress, goes under some strain, it could be a real issue.
yeah. I'm excited to watch. Yeah, the Anglerfish duo because if I'm not mistaken, Great Mage. This is going to be Great Mage's first season playing Pocket Scout. I think they've had this exact Scout duo before, but it was reversed roles. So Golden
Mhm.
was on Pocket Scout, and Great Mage like he's been a flank scout forever. Still, I've been watching his POV. The boys' mechanics are still there. It's just up to how he's able to, well, like you said, keep the team together in terms of comms, in terms of direction. I going back to what you said, by the way, like I completely agree. You know, at the highest echelons of invite, you know, as you get better, players have more and more of an idea of like what the best idea, like the best conventions of TF2 are and how to stick to them. And generally, people become more and more flexible too in regards to how they're able to adapt to what what their main caller is saying. And the more difficult calls that their main calls make, like when they have to provide their own subtlety to a situation that their main caller expects them to navigate. In advanced, sometimes there's gaps that might need to be filled that having someone experienced at yapping can really help supplement and really cover those gaps. It's something that I've experienced so much just as a both as a player and like listening to other teams, while watching other teams and listening to them when I do listen. Uh it's just the timeless tale. Sometimes, no one says anything and your entire team just stands still while the enemy team proceeds to begin a play. And you're just kind of like, man, we really did nothing while the enemy team killed us. That's the sort of thing that having a really good main caller can help avoid.
Yeah, definitely. That is something I've experienced main calling on teams before and playing against teams. Just sometimes you just yap in the perfect way, you know? I just feel like sometimes maybe it's cope, but sometimes you can just say you yapped your way. My call won the game, even if I bottom damaged on the team, you know, or at least it helps me
Classic,
sleep at night sometimes.
right?
Yep.
Oh,
Either way,
what is the
yeah, we're
Seems that there is a config error with the server, as we do have a bunch of shredding on mid. Looks like they're gonna be, yep, RGL servers, so we're gonna have to wait for an admin to pull up and fix things.
yeah, we are going to be cutting to a break, so stay tuned. All right, welcome back to the match of all time. Manicute's here, I'm here, DeltaMarket's here. Let's have Manicute take it away the first bit. Why not? Who do you want to watch?
Absolutely. I think I'm gonna be, like you mentioned, Denisovich. He's got the quickies on deck. Actually, use fighting back. Both demos tagged up, but looks like it's just gonna be passive from both teams. Bombs coming out from Quake here. Tiny and Taz both committing to Saw. Kyler's the first to go down, and it's just a complete collapse from Quake.
Yeah, like you said, they collapsed completely. Denisovich running away. Slicer Rogue 17 health gets caught out by Minaj, taken down. What were we saying in the pre-game talk there about maybe some issues with the scout duo? Well, they took down the medic at least. So looking like it's gonna be on the experienced Anglerfish side to figure out what's going wrong. And like you said, is there something funny happening on mid. There's a scout
Yeah.
in.
Golden hiding behind, but the rest of Quake will be there to help mop up. Gonna be a very late death, but still, great mage on NG, so no harm done in my opinion.
Yeah, like you said, no harm done. We've got the cap going down. Uber full ad for Sin. They're going to be taking it into lobby. It looks like here into lower lobby, that is to top right. Maybe going to Shutter. I don't know. Golden on the sniper class. Hopefully going to take a head off if you're an Anglerfish fan. Popping in through Shutter straight away. Running at the sentry gun is this scout here with the quickie bomb use, takes the gun down. Cap time going as well. Frags happening on the left. It's going to be a trade. Kyler Taz. Denisovich, though, goes down. Traded immediately back out as the Great Mage, and Golden find 2 frags between them. Point time not too far, but Tiny does take down the Great Mage. Golden finds another, and I think that these scouts on Anglerfish, they can't be stopped.
Yeah, just textbook last defense from Anglerfish there. They kited into spawn, Slice Rogue stayed alive the whole time, and the blocks from Tristan and Kyler, along with Dennis's sticks, were able to hold off. Like, Quake got basically no cap time, and then Anglerfish had a really successful recollapse. Still, watch out for Minaj on Sniper here as they enter mid.
Yeah, they are entering mid. Taz is jumping across, landing top left, shooting a rocket over to the other side, takes some fall damage, but Minaj gets Kyler, and it looks like Taz, just an arrow jumping over onto the medic, hits a great rocket, shut down by the scout, but trades actually, he gets the Great Mage, like you said, Taz, it's either 0-20 or 20-0, and right there, gets the force, gets a frag. What else can you want?
I think that's all you could ask for as a roamer. There you go. With 30 ad, looks like sorry, I got my teams mistaken. Quake will be rolling in through lower with the sniper though, so we'll see how Anglerfish decides to deal with it. But it looks like they're just leaving. They're really respecting this ad here.
Yeah, they are respecting the ad, but it's going to be the soldiers finding two frags. And with that, they might be able to go to last off the ad. There's a soldier stuck in saw. It's a 1v1 fight. Original versus original. No one on stock here, but it doesn't matter. Neither of them go down. Tristan on 19 health. Narrowly dodged a rocket over there. The Uber nearly evening out, but with this, it looks like they kind of want to take it. They're aggressive top left, sending in their soldier. I believe that is Tiny over there, shooting rockets down from the top left. Look at the cap time. It's so close. Ubers are traded out on point. Frags are even right now. Looks like Scout chasing into the left spawn, but Taz is actually the first one to find a frag. This is stuck in. Look at this Golden and the Great Mage finding that frag. They find everyone again. It's these scouts for Anglerfish, but they go down. It's just Denisovich trying to put the stickies on point to block it off, but these piranhas, Minaj and Moose, they're like piranhas here, and they take down the demo.
Dennis getting a frag, but it's just not enough. I think, yeah, Ubers were evening out, but Quake saw an opening in that top left doorway, and they just milked all the way through to cap. Like you said, they got so much cap time for free, and then it was just wraps for Anglerfish in the post fight.
Yeah, like you said, this mid, why don't we gotta give it, I feel like we have to give it to Taz after what's happened so far. Maybe we're going to see them feeling themselves, take a really aggressive bomb, starting off with just the spam, passive play so far, but no, here it is, jumping top left, misses their rocket, hits their second one, backing up. It's going to be Kyler 4-0 down first, but Taz finds someone, goes for the air shot, doesn't quite hit the frag did clip, ends up going down there. At the end of this, it looks like the side of Anglerfish is winning this. They're running forward with their scouts. Use is down. We have the Great Mage on the chase, trying to chase through lower here, underpass as they call it. And that's the end of that chase. It looks like, although Denisovich, very bold of him to do that jump, doesn't die though.
Yeah, good deny from the side of Anglerfish, even though there was a lot of presence from the soldiers there, they were still able to like get the frag advantage. Ooh, looks like we do have a refight here with the even Ubers. Tiny will go down.
Yeah, Tiny does go down, and with that, the Ubers are being traded on point. Really aggressive into yard. Very aggressive Uber from the side of Quake Live, and it's going to be Sin desperately running away, getting body blocked, makes it out just in time, but this scout, Moose, overstayed their welcome, gets taken down, and with this, 2 players down. I don't know. I feel like Anglerfish is just going to kind of send it in, and it looks like they're healing up for that. Tristan's going in left along with the Great Mage, calling for that beam. Soldier bombs it, almost hits an air shot, but gets taken down. Tristan gets in. Tiny does end up getting a frag, but Mike Crater, Tiny on like 15 health here, actually makes it into spawn, hits their Banny Bind in time, but I don't know if they're going to make it to the point. Doesn't look like they can.
That is a psycho dry push there from Angler. Just with 1 second that use wasn't on the door and they're able to just get in. Props to Tristan there hitting the 2 rocket onto Sin and just taking the men out of the fight immediately. That must have caused like so much chaos instantly in that fight.
Yeah, definitely. That must have been just absolutely disastrous the moment that happened. Like you said, this mid, I'm going to give it to a scout. We haven't given it to a scout. Moose, why not? Newer player in town. Let's see what they have to show. Top left passive. Nothing too crazy here. Going to expect some great plays, no doubt, any second now. Sees the soldier, drops to the floor. Maybe going to run under the lane. Nope, just holding the high ground. There's actually going to be soldiers jumping in first. Tiny gets down Slicer Rogue. What a great bomb there. And Arcan is apparently medics down. Time to leave mid. Smart play. Can't blame them for it. Maybe it was Sin who called that.
Yeah, no, this is definitely, it's just textbook. Definitely want to leave there when you're, definitely have the option to leave if you feel like you're not able to win the fight. Just play it long, because the longer the fight goes, the better you are with heals. Kyler in for the sack, but Sin able to juke it, and that is a clean deny from Moose.
It's a wonderful deny, like you said. And now player ad, Uber ad. What's the other team going to do? They're going to run away, or maybe there's a hider on mid. I don't think so, though. Yeah, they just left all the way out. And with this frag, I think they can just make it through. Have to watch out for a sniper in forward spawn. If Kyler's feeling himself, he might go sniper. Instead, he just spams out the door, and it's going to be a soldier bombing. And Tristan just takes down Use with that bomb. Taz gets golden, though, so that's 2 down for the demo. This is definitely still pushable. Minaj goes down, though, so somehow it's a 4v4 without the Ubers being used, and it's actually going to be the side of Anglerfish saying... That's not Anglerfish. The side of Quake Live saying they don't like their 4v4. They're going to back up, but it's actually Anglerfish that just left. Anglerfish left, even though... The scrappiness of this fight is continuing. Great Mage finds Taz. Apparently, Anglerfish realized Quake Live left. Both teams left. One player was left in. Anglerfish rushed, take down that frag, and now we're here on second.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. The scrappiness of that fight just going so long. Actually, Tristan behind here will be denied by Minaj. So Tristan very low. Yeah, will be eliminated finally. I was just gonna say that fight took so long, and it was so scrappy that Anglerfish were just able to like completely chew down an ad of 50.
Yeah, I had wall hacks on, and I still didn't know what was going on. Slicer Rogue down to 100 health. Gonna hold that Uber, not gonna pop it. Taz does go down as Golden is chasing it down in Saw, chasing it all the way through. It looks like they want to use the main door, but they decide better against it. Maybe they can get in without Ubering. Both soldiers are down. They just jump straight in, but they do have to end up popping. It comes out for Sin as well. So Uber exchange on mid. Use is the one taking most of it for the side of Quake Live. Denisovich goes down to Minaj. Apparently there's someone behind. Soldiers are bombing in. Scouts in. I think that's Golden who is behind. Gets on the soldier, but does not get the frag. And oh my god, at the end of it, Slicer Rogue down. Not Sin.
Yeah, no. What? Really? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Slicer going down to Minaj there. Minaj getting 2. I didn't even see that. Minaj clutched that out there with the flank. He got the kill onto Dennis during the Uber, and then proceeded to also confirm the Slice Rogue pick. So that's going to be 50 ad there. Great Mage, though, going for the big one. Oh, and it's B. Unfortunately. So it's going to be 50 ad, full ad for Quake heading into Anglerfish's last year.
Yeah, heading straight for last off of all their ads. Like you said, it looks like they're not going to be going through lower. They're going to be going through top right. That's the door they're stacked up on. Tiny leading the way straight in, running it down onto point. They find a hider in the back left corner. They jump away just in time. Point time so far. Tiny jumping onto point, hitting so many rockets here. Finds that frag onto Kyler 4-0, finding a great rocket onto Denisovich, finding another one. That's 2 frags for Tiny. And on that cam, it looked like they were winning the last push, but somehow that's the only player to find frags. I don't know what happened. From that cam, it was just 2 free frags for the soldier, but the push did not work out.
No, yeah, once again, Anglerfish is just doing an amazing job of locking down the cap. Tristan and Kyler are able to bomb Moose and just take him out of the Uber. And again, the bomb's coming out, and this is just a death ball from Anglerfish here. Still Taz in clean. Ooh. Only able to actually still getting a trade, so not bad for the sack. Still 2 down, full disad. This is a pretty rough situation for Quake now after that failed last.
Yeah, like you said, they're probably going to take it in for basically free. Going in through big door, they find a soldier, Golden running it down. I don't see anyone. for Anglerfish hiding, but there's a back cap. There is a back cap. It's a scout player. It's Minaj on the cap, and I think they're actually going to get it off. Soldier, oh, look at that tier 6 jumper. Who is that? Kyler Foro.
Kyler all the way in, going straight through window. Taz though, oh my god. But no, the timing is bad. That's that 0 and 20 play. Unfortunately, he misses the timing, so it's going to be 3 down. Quake able to get out, thankfully, for their Uber, and now it's just going to be stalemating on 2.
Yeah, as you said, stalemating on 2 is what's going on. They've got that down, taking it in through Saw. It looks like one player not going through window. Both soldiers through Saw. What is this? No one's going lower. Synced rockets into Cheese. Oh, maybe it's a sack play. There it is, jumping through Cheese. One lands in lower, one lands on the little fence. Scout runs in through lower, it looks like, trying to find anything. And it's going to be Tristan sending it in onto Sin, but does not find anything. Manages to jump out. How did no one die in this exchange? I don't get it.
That was a crazy sequence of events. I thought for sure they were just bombing to get space for Dennis, but then Tristan went back in and lived too, like you said. Still, everyone's alive, so they will be going... Anglerfish will be getting buffed up and ready to reattempt the sack. Kyler, window, Tristan... Looks like both soldiers saw again, interestingly.
Yeah, looks like that's exactly what's happening. Maybe Scout's going to go underpass. We have Golden going on to underpass. Yep, baiting it under, but gets spotted. Might run away. Tristan is... Golden's actually not getting punished. Somehow on use. How is the Scout spotted and allowed to do this? I don't understand, but 3 down now for Anglerfish.
Golden getting really lucky there. He gets spotted, then doubles back around and manages to get on Use, who is half HP. So a small Anglerfish is Use going to be down here. So the momentum... It's going to stop the momentum of Quake quite a bit. It's only going to cause them to lose mid off of this. Still, roles reversed here, and Quake is going to be in the driver's seat for this stalemate.
Yeah, looks like Quake is in the driver's seat. We've got Golden healed up on the fence, waiting for those bombs to come in. The Scout does not want to let that window bomb or the high bomb go off. The tag bomb, as they call it. Looks like Use is on Quickie Bomb. Is Use on Quickie Bomb too?
It looks like they're just going blow for blow now. He's Dennis says, yeah, I want quickies, and then Use is like, I can do it better than you. Nah, I'd win.
Yeah, maybe some trash talk in chat. I don't know. I haven't been reading it. Either way, we've got these teams just spamming it out, and here it is. First person jumping in is going to be Golden, finding Tiny, put them straight down in the dirt. Golden does not miss those scatter shots. Taz and Minaj...
saw, oh, Tristan and Kyler. Never mind.
Use?
I thought that was going to be big, but Use doing an amazing job of just shutting down the shoves like immediately.
Yeah, shut them down with the Iron Bomber, that pesky weapon that never misses. We've got Scout running in through lower, Soldier jumping. Actually, that was a Fade Bomb, it looked like. Has to back away. Use just running away. Fade Bomb. I don't know if it's a Fade Bomb or a commit. It looks like it's commit this time. Tiny hitting some rockets. Jumps away. Half commit, half Fade Bomb.
Tristan saw.
And like you're saying, Tristan saw. What a shot.
What a timing from Tristan there. Manages to sneak through while the entirety of like a Quake is just in lower, sneaks into catwalk and just gets the clean 2 rocket. I think Sin had arrows out too, so just completely unfortunate.
Yeah, drop. I mean, that's amazing. Minaj on Sniper, but gets the force offs. A Slicerworks team sends it over. Great Mage running in through lower. Looks like Great Mage wants to keep going with the Uber. No, but they back up. I don't know if the Sniper's been spotted. This is kind of the point to be stuck on Sniper if you're going to be stuck on it. Defensive second, Sniper, real pain to deal with. And it looks like they're just going to be standing on bats. What do you think the Sniper's going to make happen here?
Not sure. Like you said, definitely a really good 2 to hold on. He is scoped up on lower, just looking to counteract that slow pressure in. I mean, it's definitely just going to depend on what Anglerfish wants to do. If they end up sacking through Saw, the impact might be low, especially with his position right now. He's not in an angle to watch too much of Saw if they just decide to bomb through, but if Anglerfish wants to go lower here, then there's definitely the opportunity for him to get a pick. If he's patient, maybe even like get a demo or med.
Yeah, could get whatever frag does show themselves. Ooh, sees a soldier through the window. Soldiers are going through catwalk or cheese, it looks like, behind onto the sniper. Actually finds a great rocket onto Minaj and just takes it down. That's going to be a trade. So we spent all that time talking about sniper, but in the end, just instantly dead. Tristan trades that one out. Great mage into cheese, jumps back onto the soft side. It looks like it's some sort of dry fight going on. Golden takes down Taz though, and now Great Mage almost got all the way on to Sin. They end up backing up though, despite being up players. It looks like Anglerfish are not going to let this go, though. They go back and get the force off. Uber has come out for both sides now. Great Mage taking this Uber for the side of Anglerfish, chases all the way into lobby, gets hit back by some stickies from Use, and I think that's the end of this one.
Yeah, just great pressure from Anglerfish there. Tristan just getting straight through into the sniper. Oh, wait, Tristan in again. Oh! Banny Bind saves Sin there.
Yeah, Banny Bind, what? The scourge of players. I remember back in the day, people want to just ban that thing, not allow it to be used, but here we are. Tristan not able to get that one. Moose on NG. I think that might be the first engineer we've seen the entire game, even though we've seen some last pushes. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, we've seen a gun before, actually. But this is definitely the first closer to stalemate. We've got Minaj on Spy. Surely there was no Spy, backstab the med, tilt into pause combo coming up, but that is a possibility I'm seeing.
This timing smells a little bit of tack. Like, uh-oh, we just lost a round. It's time to lock in. Might just be technical. Either way. This is the first hold we're going to be seeing here. It seems like this game has been like so fast paced up to this point. It's just been back and forth. Uber's in, full ad pushes that get denied, sacks, and finally we're back to everyone's favorite last, Snake Water. One of the more formidable, one of the more notorious lasts to break.
I'm gonna have to agree with that. This map can be the meat grinder for some teams. I don't have any statistics, but I imagine there's definitely been a lot of main teams that have just died in scrims on this map. That's just a theory. You know, people in that div can at least, they know the sentry gun placement, and if your team doesn't know how to deal with it, well, your team might die in the preseason.
Yep, it can be, yeah. This last takes so much coordination to break. Excited to see how Anglerfish wants to handle it. It's, in my opinion, it centralizes a lot around your 3 projectiles. They need to find options to break this gun. That, or you could also rip a 2-man, just send your scout and soldier in, and then it just comes down to how well Blue's projectiles lock down the doors, Use especially on top right. It might be an interesting, actually one interesting dynamic might be Quickies destroying sticks, because both demos are on Quickie, but that's pretty off kilter. I would say that that's something you do like after maybe 2 or 3 sacks that strategies, but for now I expect Anglerfish to head in this like either double spam lower with soldiers or double spam lower with your explosives, try to get the gun down while the rest of the team pressures, or working shutter and drop downs, try to get the same pressure on the gun.
I want to
Top
see.
left, very denied by Use, but we'll see if they want to make something of there too.
I want to see a skip shot through top left and then a medic air shot. That's what I want to see.
Everyone wants to see that all the time, but this hold is like specifically engineered to make sure that that never happens. You got Use locking down the door. Sin's always going to be in a safe spot with the gun like on the slope, denying pretty much denying everything else. I talked about the dynamic on Anglerfish, and in the same sense, there's a lot of dynamic that's going to be required. A lot of team dynamics that's going to be required from Quake explosives. They're going to be, and Sin too. There's going to need to be rotation on these doors for whenever Anglerfish decides to rotate. You know, Use is pretty much anchored to the top right, so you need to make sure that your soldiers are rotating between the shutter and lower. Especially when off classes come into play. Can't let sniper peek there. Careful with the Spy too. I think Spy's a pretty common pick on this last because it can be pretty hard to get your soldiers in.
Yeah, something not mentioned, surprised, the sniper class can come out. You can always see the sniper, but this last hold, you know, you only have a couple minutes. You can't exactly just like sit there like it's ESEA for 10 minutes on sniper trying to just get the body shot off.
Amen.
Um, yeah, so you don't see that as often anymore, but it is still something that can come out. One of the things we didn't ever talk about in the pregame was who would play sniper on these teams. I feel like
Well,
we
Minaj has established as yes, Minaj established himself as Quake's de facto sniper right now because he's made like what 2 plays already on the class, out of
Mhm.
lasts, just like defending.
Yeah, but on the side of Anglerfish, I would have expected the Great Mage to go sniper, but you know they're on
Yeah,
combination class now. They're on combination scout now, so might just see Golden. Probably would be them. I don't think Anglerfish would really run a sniper. Even when Great Mage was on flank, I feel like they never really sniped that much, anyways.
yeah, I agree. Mage definitely like your go-to sniper on Anglerfish. Golden, I'm sure is not. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about with Golden on Sniper
They can body
2.
shot.
Solid player. But um yeah, not sure how they decide to do this with the new roster. You know, you have so many new people. Maybe you got new ideas bouncing around, but I definitely think of Tristan as like the main playmaker in this situation here. Tristan and well, used to be Great Mage, but now it's up to Tristan and Golden. But to Golden's credit, I'll give him like yeah, he's been involved in so many flank plays so far in this game. Pretty much like every I can't even remember at this point, but I definitely feel like there's been so many doubles where Golden just in off of Tristan is able to like make stuff happen.
Yeah,
During these mids into twos.
yeah, like you said, the higher in div you go, the more flexible the players become. So it's like if there's an opportunity, don't just be like, oh, I'm on combo. I'm just gonna sit here with my 3 ring sword out and build. You know, it's like I see an opportunity, I'm taking it, and Golden is a great player at that.
Yep. Well, this this pause is going on. I just like
Hmm.
might just poke someone.
Yeah. Oh, I've never seen this cosmetic though. On who's this? On Kyler, the tie. There's an American tie.
Oh yeah, that's been in the game for a while. That's funny. I didn't realize Great Mage actually has an anglerfish hat too. Like
Mm.
an anglerfish unusual or something. Seen up on stream. My
I
boy's getting featured.
feel like he hasn't had that hat for more than 2 years because I probably would have noticed it by now. Um,
It's a gift on August 2024.
all right. Okay, that makes me feel better about myself. Um, I noticed got the invite participant badge from season 6 on Kyler. Boomer alert.
Got that
Um,
drip? Oh, actually, yeah, I played him that season.
oh, I got 2 boomers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was on Platypugs, and they were on. He was on. Let me see.
Global
I gotta
Clan
pull. I gotta
Fire
pull it
or
up.
Ice?
Nah, GCF was the Yambo boys. This was Kavito's team. Sojourner, Sojourner. That was Kyler, Drag, Kavito, Dank, Reese, Pandu, all my goats.
Does anyone have a player on the inside, a mole of sorts?
I'm
Hmm,
looking.
maybe not, but we were thinking it could be attack pause. I'm still holding out that it might be a tilt pause. There might be a spy drop that just like ended someone's computer. That's always possible, but at this point, hmm. Oh,
So,
we got
we do have inside information. Tack into technical. Thank you, producer.
oh,
Oh, and we're
we're
live
back.
back on Q. Take it away.
Oh, yeah, that's what we're doing. We're casting a game. We got Kyler in lower, Stickies out, Quickies out. Gonna sack play, Quickies to break the Stickies, shoot the gun. Kyler's at least clearing lower left, so we're gonna have to see how they deal with the Sentry gun. Minaj on Sniper. They were on Spy just to check off classes, it looks like, because they immediately switched back. And we have Taz going down first to Golden in the lower area, I believe. Sniper spots Shutter, and it looks like the play is going to be sending bombs in. Is that Use just... Dennis just jumped in.
That is just in
Quickies.
too.
Oh my
They're just
God.
going for the triple. Sin juking. Expert jukes. Actually, I would definitely credit it. MVP Sentry Gun on that play. Complete denial on Golden and Tristan. And then Dennis wasn't able to do much when he just juggled 50 feet in the air. And that's, yeah, that's Quake out on 2 now.
Yeah, Quake is definitely on to, along with Slicer Rogue on Anglerfish, but Slicer Rogue is milking the Uber, gets hit by a sticky, pops it off at the perfect time, it looks like. Chasing it down is the Great Mage, chasing it into lobby, onto Sin. Can he find the frag? Sin down to 9 HP, down! Great Mage finds that frag. Golden finds Use, and look at this fight in lobby. Golden finds 2. Denisovich finds another. Anglerfish absolutely obliterates the competition here. Tristan jumping in, finding rockets onto these remaining players, and that's going to be everyone down. Anglerfish, 3-man sack into baited push, does the froyo.
My gosh, yeah. Baited push is exactly how I'd put that. They just had like such a better Uber there and got the collapse off on lobby. Quake just not able to get out of dodge quick enough and completely dismantled there. So it's gonna be 2-1 in favor of Anglerfish. 11 minutes to go before the Banny timer comes into play.
We do love the Banny timer here at Fireside Casts. So far, I'm on the use cam, top right, not on Quickies anymore. I have to point that out. I feel like this is the first time he's on stock, shooting at top left, taking so much damage onto this team, and somehow Slicer Rogue's down to 50 health. I don't know how that happens. I don't know how Use just went down. Tristan just jumped in or something. And with that, it's going to be the side of Quake 5 running away for their lives.
Yeah, actually 2 players behind here, Minaj and Taz, the flank. So low. Oh, Tristan with a stray rocket taking Taz out. Yeah, really good denial from the Anglerfish players. Tiny going for a bomb, just taken out by Mage, and then the rest of Quake just wasn't able to get across the point. So this is going to be, what is it, even or full ad? My HUD is still broken. Even Ubers.
Yeah, it is even. We've got Kyler doing the... Oh no, just going in, skipping off the pipe. What a jump. Gets the rockets onto Sin. Sin has to use... Everyone in Quake Live is 5 HP. Or at least half of their players are. Tiny down to 3 health. Gets fragged down. Tristan traded out, but I think the scout's stuck in. I think that's Minaj stuck. And no, it's Moose. Golden finds that frag straight away. And with that, guess what? It's not full ad anymore. Or it's not even anymore. It's full ad for Slicer Rogue, who's gonna try to do something with it. The scout, Minaj just ran in. I don't know what that was. That was crazy, but they're alive still.
Yeah, insane. Just a great force there. That jump, what a jump. And so, yeah, with this full ad, Anglerfish looking to get even more points on the board here. Trying to take it top right through the shutter. Taz on the spool, looking to block. But the guns, yeah, the gun on Quake, only level 1 here, so might just go down instantly.
It does go down instantly as Denisovich uses the Iron Bomber to take it out. Taz jumping in. I'm on the Taz cam. Hits great rockets onto Slicer Rogue. Hits a great rocket onto Denisovich. Hits a great rocket onto Golden. Takes everyone out. It's Taz's world here. Takes down Kyler. That was like a 900 damage cam. I am so glad. You told me Taz was gonna go huge, and he did.
Yeah, that's his signature. Hit insane rocket, and he makes the most out of that block. He turns that block into half the team dead, and with that, Sin now is gonna secure that full ad heading back into mid. It looks like they might just be sending it through kitchen here.
Yep. Like you said, Tiny sends it through kitchen, sends it straight into the scout's loving embrace of the scattergun, and with that, that's 200 extra damage onto Golden's logs. But Uber did come out. They did get the point. We're gonna have to see what they're able to turn this into. Maybe gonna do something crazy. Maybe gonna pull out some super secret strats. But it looks like they're kind of just setting up on mid here.
Yep, it looks like, yeah. I mean, it does make sense. They took 2 points off of that play, so they will be slowing down considering it even Ubars. Uh, Dennis actually, they're pressuring back into mid. Oh, my bad, they got the force. So it looks like, yeah, they're just going to be playing leapfroggy frog here. Sin taking a decent amount of damage, and chases on. Sin caught out by Dennis, and this is just going to be a dead med.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Sin, what are you doing? You're supposed to be the legendary invite main caller. You can't get caught out like that. Taz, though, does go down and Minaj down as well. It looks like the call was salvage and it was not executed perfectly. Maybe I'm speaking too soon. Maybe Use finds his death. Oh, Moose is in behind though. Takes the 1v1 with the buffed scout. Loses it, unfortunately.
That's going to be a wipe for Quake and full ad for Anglerfish. You say full ad, but it's actually only 30. But still, they will be able to convert 2 and maybe have an attempt on last with it. Looks like the building isn't... Yeah, building not amazing for Quake here.
Yeah, it's definitely not. 64%. Could maybe make something happen here. Minaj, though, on the sniper class, does not hit any airhead shots, unfortunately. Golden, 1 HP. Not sure what happened there. But does not crater, doesn't die to their own building weapon melee. And with that, they're probably going to do something like take it straight into last. What do you think's going to happen here, Manacute?
Yeah, actually, Slice Rogue should assume that it's only like 30, maybe 20 20 ad. Very, very small ad. But it still looks like they're gonna go. I'm surprised they aren't just like immediately going for cap here because the ad should be much smaller than this. They just send it into spawn, and the cap time though, the cap time is there from Tristan too, and that's the defense. The block is not there. Actually, the block was there, and then the rest of Anglerfish was able to dismantle those players while Sin and the scouts were in spawn.
Dismantled. That is what we're seeing here. Anglerfish started off really close, really even. After this pause, something either went right for Anglerfish or wrong for the side of Quake Live. Anglerfish is taking everyone's names. Everyone's name is in the book. They're putting everyone down. I'm going to watch Tristan. Why not? Give it to the roamer on Anglerfish. Both mirroring each other, Tristan and Taz on the other side of Catwalk, spamming it down. Here we see the bombs coming in first for Quake Live, but Tristan sending it in as well. High bomb over on the medic in left lane. Look at these rockets. They don't hit, but in the end, they do actually takes down Sin.
I think that was an amazing bomb from Tristan. He landed like right on top of the lane, but still the rest of the play is happening. Taz in, it doesn't hit the air shot. Great serve from Slice there to preserve his life. Use getting a consolation prize by trading off with Kyler, but still, Anglerfish able to weather the worst of the storm there and just make it out with their meta life. So this is going to be full ad heading into last.
Yep, full ad into last. Change that to Anglerfish's slogan, because that's all they've got going for them here. And it looks like Minaj on the engineer class. Slicer Rogue actually has not entered the second point yet. They're taking this real methodically, even though no one for Quake Live is here and Denisovich has trapped off lobby already. Finally, they are in. They're going into lower. It looks like maybe sending it straight through lower. No, they're just going top right.
Nope, just going to do a standard rotate, and 30 ad dwindling fast. Looks like they're ready to take it to Shutter. There's the pop.
Yeah, took it straight through. Sentry gun down. Denisovich finds that one. This soldier lived forever, but Taz goes down this time. Can't get a 5k. Apparently,
And there's just too much cap time. Sin gets the pop off, but no one's able to block the cap. The scouts from Anglerfish doing an amazing job because they just instantly take out both the soldiers. They take out Taz and they immediately force the other soldier to cap, take him out, and that's just the cap time. That's just the cap time.
That is just the cap time. Like you said, apparently if Taz isn't there, it's just not going to get blocked. With that, I'm going to give it to the Great Mage of this mid. Combo Scout on Anglerfish, holding down the hut, pistoling down. Use that annoying pistol as demo. I know how that feels. And we've got Soldier jumping in first, straight onto Slicer Rogue. Look at that, in, saw behind, but who cares? Kyler has that one on lockdown. Great Mage jumping in across on top of point, diving into the other team. Soldiers bombing over, so much damage on these plays. Great Mage baits that out perfectly, doesn't go in immediately, goes after the soldier, and that's going to be a wipe.
Kyler, yeah, securing the med. That is just a complete turn from how the mids were going at the start of the game. Anglerfish is just taking control of the Quake bombs and just managing them so well. And this is just like, they're just completely turned it around for themselves. Well, not like the game was going badly, but now they're just like mid to lasting. I think the last round and this round, and they're full ad heading into last. Opportunity to close out the game right now before the banning timer comes into effect.
Yeah, like you said, before it comes into effect, Uber Ing U Shutter takes the sentry gun down, out immediately. What's going to happen this last? Where's the Taz bomb? And waiting for it to find 5. Lands on point, does a bunch of damage, but does not find any frags, unfortunately. But look at this, the heavy is up. Tommyslav on point. Minaj finds 1, tries to find another, does get 2. Gets taken down,
This
though.
moves versus the world. Sin versus the world.
Mm.
And that's going to be
Taz,
Dennis.
who left before the cap went off. Unfortunate there.
Gosh.
Yeah, Anglerfish, something happened on that pause. Froyo Slicer Rogue, maybe? Is that the
That's what I'm
pause?
saying. The spirit of Grant entered Slice today, and he left this match a changed man. He left that pause a changed man. And for that, they will get a clean-ish 5-1 over Quake Live. And that's going to be a really dominant statement from Anglerfish to start off. No, to start off, I guess, week 3, because the season is pretty. The season is already 3 weeks in. Still, great showing. Yeah. Do you have any initial thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just, it was so competitive. And then Anglerfish, they just, had the anime pause team talk moment and just obliterated the other side in like 10 minutes, just sent it around. That's very surprising to see.
Yeah, they got 1 mid to last on the. So yeah, it goes. Quake gets the first round pretty easily, but Anglefish mids to last, and then it's just back and forth until that pause happens and they secure that round, and then it's kind of just wraps. 5-minute round, then 1-minute round, then 1-minute round for to finish the game for Anglerfish. So they definitely had a huge shift of momentum after that pause. Taking a look at the numbers on screen, Denisovich, of course, this dude is doing big damage. Anything pop out to you? Anything stand out, Delta?
I just opened them so I could sort by how I wanted to. I'm just nothing yet, but the damage definitely immense, like you said. And the only other thing is, everyone on Anglerfish is like ahead of everyone else besides Tiny. Like Tiny is the only player on Quake Live doing more damage than any of the Anglerfish players.
Yeah, even just taking a look, honestly, I'm just taking a look at the aggregated stats. Anglerfish outfragged, they outdamaged, they well, obviously they had more caps too, but they won 5 mid fights. One of them, one of them was a refight that Quake managed to get back in, but after those first 2 lost mids, they just locked in. I think I mentioned at the start, I didn't think it'd be this serious, but winning mids wins games. And Anglerfish, they were just able to deny that soldier aggression from Quake so much, deny Tiny, deny Taz, and then make sure that the rest of the team isn't able to aggress across. That's Snakewater mid, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of is just it, like you said. Golden 29 frags. I mean, Flank Scout 29. That is a
Very
lot.
good showing from Golden. In terms of who do you have on MVP, by the way? Anyone you think really stand out this game?
The problem is both Golden and Denisovich kind of fragged out of their minds. So it's like, give it to one, a little hard there to give MVP on Anglerfish side. And then Golden as well. Like, I I'm not sure, honestly. I was kind of just looking at the individual player cams in that fight. Maybe you'll have more insight. It seemed like the fights, it wouldn't just be the same person every time on Anglerfish. Everyone just did their job.
Absolutely. Everyone did their job. That's a great way to put it, because everyone did do their job. Like we saw plays from pretty much everyone. Like Great Mage, well, I think Great Mage definitely the most do your job of everyone. He's pretty locked in on that pocket scout role, but we saw it's like Golden, so many frags, Kylo, that great jump force, Dennis, the consistent damage, Slice being Slice. Haha. No, he hit the surf. Amazing surf to hold the Uber that one time on mid. But just in terms, all right, this is like I'm gonna put him on a tiny little pedestal. Tristan, I like I'm gonna give Tristan like the tiny pedestal for this one because he got that very sick drop that definitely could have shifted the momentum a huge amount when he got that one drop through catwalk. A just great game sense to recognize that the flank is free and make that shove off of the timing, the opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. I do agree with that.
So, anything else before we close off? I guess we might as well
Mm,
just get back to shoutouts unless you have
yeah,
any other concluding thoughts.
probably just shout outs and your shout out.
Yeah. All right, take it away.
All right, shout out to Siyo for producing this, and also shout out to Fireside Casts. Fireside Casts is going to be organizing a LAN. A lot of work went into that organization, so be sure to take a look into that if you haven't heard of it.
Absolutely. The Denver land, baby. That's it? That's it?
Yeah.
That is a humble shout out, my friend. All right, let me bring it in. Both these teams, I got a lot of homies on both these teams. Shout out to Quake and Anglerfish. Love you all. Delta, siyo, the rest of the Fireside crew. Loved it, love it. I'm hoping to head to land too. Pull up, do some yapping live. Shout out to the viewers, because you guys are all lovely. You folks are all lovely. Excuse me. We love everyone here. Hey, I guess shout out to Taz. Love you, buddy.
So,
And I think that's all for me.
are you ever going to forget this match, Manacute?
Yeah, this is one I may never forget. I may never forget.